This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk. We're in the UNI Volleyball locker room with head coach Bobbi Petersen as we recap an incredible regular season. The Panthers qualified for the 20th NCAA Tournament in program's history. This season has been special, and we talked and interviewed you before the season even started. Talk about just how it's built from the non-conference to where we are today with this great group of student athletes that you've assembled here.
Well, I think the biggest thing is it really started last January, and we had a group of student athletes that were just bound and determined to make this a great season, and the hard work that they put in way back in January and through those months that are a lot tougher because you're doing a lot of hard work and not getting to play a whole lot. And then to be able to carry that out through the summer with our senior leadership and their expectations and their accountability for everyone on the team through the summer, because as coaches we can't have any contact with our student athletes. That's where it all began in my mind. And then you come into preseason and you could just see the excitement the first day. It's always exciting the first day, but to have that excitement continue throughout the grueling preseason days when you're practicing 2 times a day and still having that motivation to want to come in and get better every day, you know, that's the start of it. And then just our schedule this year, I think, put a lot of opportunities out there for these student athletes to go out and compete against some of the best teams in the country.
Talk about that schedule, because you didn't win the conference tournament. You got in as an at-large again, and you had to go up against a tough schedule in that non-conference, and you were road warriors going to go up against elite teams. How proud were you to see how your girls responded, even if they didn't necessarily win all those tough non-conference matches?
I think that's the biggest thing this year, too. You know, we didn't have any matches where I felt like we got blown out. We're playing some of the best teams in the country, and you can't just schedule best teams in the country. You have to go out there and compete, and we won some of those matches. And I think the other thing is there's people on the committee that not only see the wins, but they're able to watch a lot of matches. So when you're right in the battle with some of those good teams in the country, I think that can only help you as well. So it was just our kids having the attitude that they didn't care who was on the other side of the net, they're going to go out and compete, and they always felt like they could win, and I always felt like we could win. And so them having that attitude and going out and having that kind of schedule, you know, we had some good matches at home as well, maybe not the top in the country, but the middle of the pack. So it's a combination of some of those teams as well as teams that are 100 RPI or better that I think really helped us this year.
How good were you feeling heading into Missouri Valley Conference regular season? I know you played Illinois State kind of in that non-conference a little bit, but just that confidence and seeing that growth, knowing that you had faced really the best of the best.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason why we do it. Obviously, it's to try to get an at-large bid as well, but our conference over the last 5-6 years has just grown so competitive, and so just it's not now just about preparing for the postseason and that possibility. It's preparing for the conference season as well. And so we go into that conference season, and you know, we should feel very confident that we've gone up against some of the best teams in the country, and we will see some of the best teams in the country in the conference as well. So I love that part. I love that. You know, we play a lot of tough places to play. When you go to Wichita, Missouri State, Illinois State, they're all tough places to play, but we've done that in the non-conference schedule.
Back with more with Bobbi Petersen right after this here on Panther Sports Talk.